Hi there, I am Lindsay with Off the Beaten Hook, and in this tutorial we are going to be making this beautiful beehive scarf together. Now I do want to tell you right away that in this tutorial we're not going to be making the entire scarf. It is this super simple 4-row repeat design. It's highly modifiable. You can make it as wide as you want, as tall as you want, but in this tutorial I'm going to be doing a small swatch with you to get you going, and then I will show you how and where I put on this really fun kind of multicolored fringe on the bottom. So the pattern is free. It is on my blog, the full written pattern. Find the link to that blog post in the description box below. While we're here, I would love to ask you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and if you hit that little bell icon underneath the video, you will be notified when I post other videos on YouTube, whether they're free patterns or whether they're more like technique tutorials. You'll be the first to know when I upload them, so don't forget to do that as well. So let's get to it. This is a little swatch that we are going to do together today, and I just want to give you an overview of what this pattern requires for it to come together. On the one end, we're going to begin with single crochet. We're going to build the wave with half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, and then going back down, double, half double, and then ending with another 2 single crochet in between and going back up again. So we are going to begin with a row of foundation single crochet, which just creates a really nice edge. That does affect your stitch multiple. So if you decide to do a chain and crochet back into your chain, your stitch multiple will be different. So you do need to begin with a foundation single crochet, and I will show you how to do that. This pattern shows 3 of the repeats. I'm going to just do 2 of the waves because I think that you'll be able to get the gist of it after that. So this pattern is actually really beautiful on the opposite side as well. It's a little bit of a different texture. You have sort of these ridges that are caused by working in the back loops only when you work your stitches. And on this side, it just creates kind of this one-dimensional look of the waves as well. So I do love it. I consider this a reversible pattern. It's a different texture on each side, but it's still just as beautiful on each side. And the stitch multiple for this pattern is 12 stitches plus 2. And so for this tutorial, I'm going to be doing 2 little waves with you, which means I'm going to be chaining 24 plus 2 for a total of 26 foundation single crochets. And if you haven't done a foundation single crochet before, I do have another tutorial that will show that more in detail. I'm not going to do it super slow here, but I will just get you started with a couple of them. So to begin with a foundation single crochet, you're going to chain 2. And then in that very first chain you made, that second chain from the hook, that's where you're going to insert your hook, and you're going to pull up a loop. And rather than creating your first single crochet by pulling through both of those loops, you're going to yarn over and pull through just one of them. And that creates your chain on the bottom. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through those remaining 2 loops, which creates your single crochet on the top. So the foundation single crochet is creating your chain underneath and your first single crochet on the top. Then for your second one, you're going to flip it upside down and find the 2 loops of that little chain that you just made. And that is where you're going to insert your hook under both of those loops. Yarn over and pull up a loop. And again, yarn over, pulling through just one. Yarn over, pull through both. So creating your second chain and your second single crochet. I'll do that one more time with you. So again, flipping it upside down, you can see you've got 2 little chains, one here, one here. You're going to insert your hook under that last one that you just made. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so I've got 3 single crochets on top, 3 chains on the bottom. I need a total of 26, so I am going to get to it and I will meet you at the end. All right, I'm almost there. This is 25 and 26. All right, there we have our little 26 foundation single crochets. Now what we're going to do for our second row is chain 1 and turn. Now we are going to be working in the back loops only for this row. And we are simply going to make our way across our foundation single crochet with 2 of each of the different types of stitches. So 2 single and then building up, 2 half double, 2 double, 2 treble, which is the peak of our wave, and then coming back down in that reverse direction with 2 double, 2 half double, and then 2 single, and then working back up and down all the way across however long the length of yours is. But for us this is going to be 2 waves that we're doing together. All right, so starting in that very first back, we are going to begin with our first single crochet. This is where you would be putting under 2 loops, where you would normally just do your standard stitch under both loops. We're going to be going through just this back loop, and that's what creates that really fun ridge texture. All right, so I am going to start straight away by putting a stitch marker in that position so that I do not lose it coming back. Okay, so we know that's our very first single crochet, back loop. So again, working in this very next stitch, back loop only, single crochet. For the next 2, we're doing half doubles. 1, 2. For our next 2, we are doing double crochets. 1, 2. For these next 2, we are doing treble crochets. We're yarning over twice. Back loop only. Pull through 2, 2, 2. Again, another treble. Back loop only. All right, so that has created our first little peak. So now we're going to make our way back down the other side of the wave. So we're coming back down with 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Now we're at 2 half double crochets in the next 2. 1, 2, and finally 2 single crochets to finish this wave. All right, so there you have one little wave. So now we're going to repeat that for the second one. We've got our 2 single crochets, so we're going to go straight away with our 2 half double crochets next. I'll speed this up just a little bit. So 2 half doubles next. We've got 2 double crochets. Next, 2 treble crochets. Next, 2 double crochets. Again, we're just working in that back loop only. 2 half double crochets. 2 single crochets. What did I do? All right, and there we have our 2 little waves. Okay, so let me do this next row with you. We are going to chain 1 and turn. That turning chain does not count as anything. And for this next row, we're simply going to single crochet in the top of each stitch across through both loops. So we're not doing the back loop on this row, just single crochet across. And as I make that very first one, I'm going to place my stitch marker there. So we don't want to lose our place. Okay, we're just single crocheting all the way across. Okay, I'm on my very last stitch of the single crochet, and this is where we are going to change colors to our second color. So before we finish our very final single crochet of that row, I'm going to bring in my next color, and I am going to complete that single crochet with my next color, because our next row is going to be an alternating color. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to, for the second row of waves, it's going to be super similar, except for the order is going to be opposite. So with this one, we started with our single crochet and we built up to our trebles and did that shape of the wave. Well, for our next wave, we're going to begin with the peak. So we're going to begin with the trebles and we're going to work down to our single crochets and opposite like this. So treble crochets will go into where each of the single crochets were, and then we're going to be working double crochet and then half double, and then our singles will end up at the top of where the trebles were below. So you don't have to worry about that too much as long as you're staying on the pattern by building and decreasing. You don't have to be like, oh, did I put that in the, in the treble, or, don't worry about that too much. So, but before we turn here, we are going to chain 3, and that is going to count as our first treble crochet. So then we will turn. We're going to count that one as our first treble. So we're going to work into this next stitch here, going in with another treble crochet for our second treble here. And I am going to stop for a second and mark the top of my turning chain. Sometimes when you have to work into a turning chain, it can be hard to see exactly where that stitch is, and I always like to mark the first stitch of my row with this pattern. Okay, so we started with our trebles. So since we started with our peak, we're going to be going down to the little valley of our wave there. So our next 2 are going to be double crochets through the back loop only. Okay, next 2 is going to be our half double crochets, back loop only. And then 2 singles, and now we're at the bottom of our little peak. So you can see how our trebles were made where our single crochets were made in this row, and our singles are made where the treble crochet was made in the first row, or rather the second row. Okay, so now we're going to make our way back up to our peak over here. So we just did our single crochets, so we're going to go in with 2 half double crochets through the back loop only next, 2 double crochet next, 2 treble crochets for our next peak. All right, so we just kind of did our opposite first full stitch repeat. Started with the trebles, went down to the singles, went back up to the trebles. So we're going to do that again. So in with 2 double crochet next, 2 half doubles next, and then 2 singles. Okay, now back up to the last peak, so 2 half double crochet, 2 double crochet, and finally ending with 2 treble crochet for this row. All right, and there you have your 2 waves. Okay, so now the next one is going to be, again, 1 chain and turn and 1 single crochet in each stitch across. So we will do that and we will meet at the end of this row. And I'm going to place another stitch marker in the first stitch. Okay, single crochet across. Okay, I've made it to the end of this row and I'm making my last single crochet into the top of that turning chain, into the top of that first treble crochet, which was our turning chain, to end that second row. And now you can really see it coming together, okay? So that ends the part that I'm going to do with you. So let me show you. When you chain and turn, you're simply going to be repeating this wave, and then you've got your row of single crochet in between, and then you're going to repeat this wave, and then you've got your single crochet in between, and you just continue to build on that for as many rows as you need. So that is going to be your 4-row repeat. So not counting your foundation single crochet row, which was just kind of your setup row, your 4-row repeat will be this one of the very first wave for row 1 of the repeat, and then the second repeat row is your when you had turned and you worked the row of single crochet across the top of that wave, and then your third row of the repeat is going to be what we did with the gray, where you're doing the wave but you're doing it in sort of reverse order from the first wave that you made. And then the 4th row of the repeat is finally that row of single crochet that we did across the top of that second wave. So again, the next row you will do will be this wave that you did here, your single crochet, your wave, single crochet, on and on, however many different colors, 1 or more, alternating for as far as you need it to be. For this scarf pattern, I wanted to show you where exactly I put the little individual chunks of fringe if you want to replicate it exactly. So I do all 4 colors. I'm obviously still in the process on this side, but I'm going to start with green and then go to the gray, go to the tan color, and end with the black color. And where I put them is kind of equidistant across, but what I do is I begin with putting 1 at the end of each of the color changes, and then I add in another one in the middle of the treble crochet rows. So I'll show you in the black here. So I started at the end of this and single crochet, and then here's my treble crochet, so I added 1 in the middle there. So we've got right at the color change, in the middle, color change, another color change here, another treble crochet, so I added a fringe in the middle there, and on and on. Let's take a look at the other side. The other side is complete. This fringe is completely unruly right now because I haven't blocked my project yet, but they're very curly. They'll mellow out a little bit. You certainly can do less wraps on your piece of cardboard. The fringe I made is about 6 inches, and so I just took my yarn and I wrapped it 4 times and snipped it and put it on. I have another tutorial that shows exactly how to do this style of fringe, and so I will link it if you want, more information on that. But this is about 6 inches, and that's what accomplished the length of fringe that I wanted for mine. So that's the placement that I used for my fringe for the scarf. Thank you so much for watching. If this tutorial was helpful for you, please let me know in the comments, and let me know what colors you're going to choose in the comments. I love seeing your guys' finished products. And if you have any other questions, anything I can help with, questions about this pattern, also leave those in the comments and I will be happy to help.